Here's my breakfast. I'm having the apple cinnamon sandwich because it was really nice. That's whipped cream between the apple, and the apple's cooked so it's kind of soft. And to drink, I've got the kiwi smoothie. The other two are really good, so I'm trying this one today. Today we're going to Tokyo Disneyland. We're at Maihama Station at the moment. Tokyo Disneyland is a little way out on the east side of Tokyo. It took us about just under an hour to get here from Shinjuku, but that's because we're on the complete opposite side of the city. But we're here and we're just going to get our tickets. It's better to get your tickets in advance if you can, but it was a bit of a last minute decision to come here today. So we're going to queue up and get them now. You can get them online and you can also buy them at the Disney store. This is one of the Disney hotels. It looks so detailed. This one's right by the station and right by Disneyland Park. So if you want to, you can stay on site. I haven't stayed at this one, but I stayed at the Hotel Miracosta at Disney Sea and it was amazing. Here's my ticket with Chip and Dale. Look, it's all in Halloween colours. Main Street, which here is called World Bazaar, and because it rains so much in Japan, it's got a roof over it. Look at the pumpkins on the pillars. They've even decorated the bins for Halloween. The shops have got Halloween names. The tickets are a bit different from the other Disney parks. You can choose 1 day, 2 day, 3 days or 4 day tickets. And for your first 2 days, you have to choose which parks you're going to go to. You can only go to one park per day. And then if you've got a third and a fourth day, you can go to either park then. And I'd recommend at least 1 day per park, depending on how busy it is. I've been to a lot of the Disney parks around the world, so I'm going to try and show you what's different about Tokyo Disneyland. This park is quite similar to the Magic Kingdom parks around the world, but there are some differences. And Tokyo Disney Sea, which is the other park here, is completely different. You can't find it anywhere else in the world. And if you want to see more of that, I went to it last year and you can see it in my video. First up, Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a Thursday and the wait time's only 5 minutes. I'm going in.
Run up your white flag, you scurvy scum!
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Do you know this song, Parrot?
That version of Pirates of the Caribbean is pretty similar to the Disney World one. It's got a drop as you go in. The Paris one is different because it's got 2 drops. 3 drops. And all the Pirates of the Caribbean rides have been updated to include characters from the films, like Jack Sparrow. It was really funny seeing the skull talking in Japanese at the start. If you saw my video from Tokyo Disney Sea, you'll know there's loads of different flavours of popcorn around the Disney park. And here's the first one I've spotted here. Soy sauce and butter. Here's another popcorn. Caramel and curry popcorn. This one is really good. You can get fast passes for the bigger rides, so you put your ticket in and it gives you a ticket to come back later. So I've got a ticket to come back in about an hour's time for Big Thunder Mountain, so you don't have to queue as long. Boat across to the island. Look, the ships have Halloween sails. There's another one, honey popcorn. This one is really delicious too. It's 10 past 11 and the fast passes for Pooh's Honey Hunt are already at 8 till 9 o'clock, so they've run out really quickly. But it's a really good ride. Look, the Halloween parade's on. Just got trapped in by the Halloween parade, but it was really fun. I like the cat girls the best. There's Space Mountain. We're going to get our fast passes for that next. That was a lot better than I remembered. I think I've only been on the old version before, and this is a new updated version. It's a lot better, and it's got BB-8. We've got to run back to Big Thunder Mountain because it's time for our fast pass. That was really fun. It was only about a 5 minutes wait to get on with the fast passes, and the normal wait was 30 minutes.
大丈夫。大きな声でガオーと叫べばきっとなんとかしけるはず。一練習しましょう。せーの、ガオー。
There's lots of people waiting for the parade. They've all brought mats to sit on to stake out a good position. That was a surprise. The Haunted Mansion was the Haunted Mansion Holiday Nightmare, and all of it was Nightmare Before Christmas themed, so it was really different to the usual Haunted Mansion. Really good.
クリスマスに心を奪われたジャック・スケルトンはサンディ・クローズになることを決心したのです。
Look at all the pumpkins on the spikes. Space Mountain was really good. It seemed really dark, so you couldn't see the rest of the track at all, so you didn't know what was coming up, and it felt like we were going really fast. It was the version where you sit two people side by side in the car, not like the original version at Disneyland or World, where you sit one behind the other. There's a special Halloween snack, the pumpkin cinnamon roll. Sounds good. It seems quite busy as we've been walking around, but it's not too bad over here. It's quite open, so it's not too crowded. For most rides, the wait times have been less than 20 minutes, which is pretty good. The longest one I've seen is for Monsters Inc. Ride and Go Seek, which was 60 minutes. We just watched Magic. It's like a best of all your favourite Disney songs, and it was so funny to hear Simba and Ariel and Lumiere singing in Japanese, and somehow Lumiere still had a French accent. There seems to be constant parades throughout the day. We don't want to get trapped again. I thought we'd seen all the popcorns, but here's another one. Milk chocolate. Special Halloween merch. There's loads more than this.
Halloween silver chopsticks.
Looks like it should be a pepper pot. We're at the Eastside Cafe for dinner, and we've gone for the set menu. Here's my salad for the vegetarian course. I've got a grape drink, and Phil's got minestrone soup with bread. Here's my main course. I've got pasta with vegetables, lots of pine nuts on the top, and they gave me some bread. And Phil's got pasta carbonara. At Tokyo Disney, it's actually quite difficult to find vegetarian food. In this park, Tokyo Disneyland, there's only 2 restaurants that have a vegetarian meal, and even snack foods are quite difficult to find. Like I went into a pizza place and all the pizzas had meat or fish on them, and for lunch I had a cup salad and I had to pick the bacon bits out of it. So one place you can eat is the Eastside Cafe, where I just had dinner, and they've got pasta. And there's another place in the World Bazaar as well that has a baguette meal. Like the pumpkins light up. This is my favourite time of day in the parks, when the lights start to come on and it looks really pretty.
この女が人間の子供は安全なんだってことを発見したんだ。で、ブーのことが大好き。
We just went on Pooh's Honey Hunt, which is a really fun ride, and it's special because they only have it at Tokyo Disney. You sit in a honey pot and there isn't a track, it swirls you around and you spin and it bounces you up and down as well, and you go through a story of Winnie the Pooh and his crazy dream as he searches for honey. And we're following that up with honey popcorn. The pumpkins are lit up. The castle looks so pretty at night. It's the electrical parade. We've got our position for the fireworks right in front of the castle. We just watched the fireworks, Sky High Wishes, and that was good, but then after that they did Once Upon a Time, which was projection mapping on the castle with lights and lasers and fireworks, and that was amazing. They had bits from favourite Disney films, songs, and it was just breathtaking, really good. We just went on Big Thunder Mountain for one last time in the dark, and it looks really cool in the dark. Actually, the whole park looks great with all the lights on, and the castle I think looks even better at night time than it does in the day.